like, how, we no coach or player endorses us, and they're free to use our product, but we don't have any affiliation with any player or any coach, and all the right stuff to say in writing. But in reality, yeah, everybody's looking for that next level opportunity for them. I mean, we the same way, doing what we're doing right now. We're looking for that next level opportunity with our money. If we could attach Todd Gurley to the podcast, it'd be love. So
Right.
everybody's looking for it. It's just the fact that once it happens, the kids have to be punished for doing what any red-blooded American would do. If I have because the reality is, this might be as high as Braxton Miller's profile gets. Is right here where he's at in Columbus, Ohio. That's just the fact of the matter. He's a dude coming off 2 shoulder surgeries that plays quarterback. And if he decides to go to the next level, there's a good chance they're going to make him change positions.
And he's in the quarterback competition right now.
So God knows how that's going to work out.
Furthermore, set him back. Yeah.
Right. So this could be as high as his profile gets. Why in the hell would you tell somebody like that you can't capitalize off this? Because that's the other argument. Well, they did it with Johnny Manziel. Well, if Johnny just waited a couple of months, he'd be in the NFL. But what about the kid that's just good in college and won't be in the NFL? What do you tell him? He's got value now. Like, why do I have to wait on my value? Like, what is that? Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I wouldn't.
But, I mean, look, dude, like, for real, like, I'm kind of disappointed in Braxton Miller in this whole thing, man. Like,
really?
Yeah. I mean, because it's like there are some things that he knows that he just cannot do, right? And looking at the Instagram, it says, me and the homie at whoever and Authentic Fitness on the mission. Hit me up. And then he gives his Gmail, hashtag grind mode, hashtag the warm up. And I'm just like,
what's the problem?
I mean, it's a slippery slope, man. I mean, because, he's technically endorsing the product. Whether he got paid or not is another story. But he's definitely, endorsing this product. And I just think that, for the sake of controversy and for the sake of him, finding himself in a situation that he don't want to be in, I just don't think that was a wise decision.
Yeah, I'll never be on the other side of this issue. Nope, I'll never be on the other side of it for any reason. I wasn't there with the Terrell Pryor situation when everybody was trying to criminalize this kid because he got some tattoos with his own product, with his own property. Yeah, cool beans on that whole situation. This is the Sports Kings podcast. I'm Big Mike. He's Rob Calloway. We're being heard via Spreaker.com. Hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook at Sports Kings Live, or send us an email, sportskingslive@gmail.com. Braxton. Oh, did you see those? This is just kind of like side garbage, but those J's that UNC is gonna be wearing tomorrow or this weekend.
Those who?
Those Jordans that North Carolina's gonna be wearing.
Oh, what about?
Oh, yeah, they got hooked up. They got, yeah. See, and that's the other thing, right? Like, you tell these kids they can't endorse a product, right? But you make them, like, those kids at North Carolina can't wear Adidas. Like, you can't go buy your personal Adidas and rock those on campus.
Yeah, because they had a deal.
Right.
Because they had a deal with Jordan.
Yeah. Now, how much of a contradiction is that? You can't promote any product unless it's the product we make you promote. And if you decide that you're going to wear some Adidas, guess what? You're going to find yourself at Akron somewhere, not at Ohio State no more. Come on. It's like that's the biggest problem I have with all this stuff. It's the hypocrisy. There is no continuity. There's no consistency in anything that happens with the NCAA. Like the stuff that came out today by USC. All of a sudden now, everything that everybody said was right. You dudes went in there and railroaded folks for nothing.
Oh my God!
With no proof of anything, and tried your best to keep these records sealed. To the point now they're out, and now everyone knows again, what we've always known, the NCAA is a sham organization. Is no different than any organized crime. These dudes are in. You ask me, they're in the market of free labor. 400 years ago, it was called something else. So there's that.
Those some nice shoes, Mike.
Yeah, you like those? Those, yeah, yeah.
Those
yeah.
right there, those for collectors editions right there.
You can bang those, cause oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like these kids get. You have to put these. And I'm not acting like it's a punishment to have to wear Jordans. I'm not acting like that. My point is, these kids are walking billboards, and you tell them that they have no value. Your likeness has no value. All right, then let me wear my Adidas. Then let me wear my Reeboks. Nah, that ain't happening.
Well, I'm saying look, man. If you go to North Carolina, I mean, it's kind of like if you play football in Oregon and basketball in Oregon. You know, you go get that little extra. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go to Carolina, you know the Jordan sponsors all of that stuff. You know, kind of like if you go to, like I said, Oregon, then you know, Nike sponsors all of that stuff. So you go get a little, you go get a little extra if you go into the uniform swag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fine. That's fine. But what it comes down to is like the coaches ain't getting to wear uniforms on Saturday. They're getting checks. Nike's cutting them checks. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, if you give me the option, I'll go buy my own damn shoes. Give me the money, cuz. Like, don't sell me that whole BS about you're getting an education and look at all these Jordans you're getting. Yeah, guess what? You're getting the Jordans for free that are made by some kid in Cambodia for 13 cents an hour. So that's happening. So don't act like it's some sort of fair trade-off. Nah, give me the money. Let me do what I want to do with it. I'll go buy me some Air Force Ones and save the other $100 and whatever that you think I should be grateful for these Jordans. And we'll do it that way. But nah, that ain't ever happened. It's just, I don't know, man. It's ridiculous, man. And things just gotta change, man. It just gotta.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
There just gotta be a change, man. And these kids are getting smarter and smarter every day. And one day someone's gonna figure it out. And I don't know how it's going to be done. Not a couple years ago, but a while ago, there was this whole thing about having a sit down during the tournament. That's a large scale thing to do. It's a very, very large scale thing to do and pull off successfully. And to be honest, there's too many kids that see the advantage of playing in this tournament over the disadvantage of standing for something like getting what you feel like you're owed financially. And as long as there's like anything else, like with baseball contract negotiation or with what they call collective bargaining negotiations, it's so much easier to separate. Like when 2017 happens, remember that I said this. There's always going to be the haves and the have-nots. You'll have the LeBrons and the KDs and the Carmelos, and Kobe will be gone by then. You have these high paid players, and then you'll have the Thabo Seveloshas of the world, and these other guys that are these middling guys at the bottom of the financial rung in the NBA, and then you'll have the owners. So essentially, you'll have three groups that really should be two, but it's gonna be so hard to get the two groups, which are the players groups, to agree on anything. Because if you're LeBron, you're like, oh no, I'm straight. What y'all talking about? But if you're on the other end, the kid that's making, I don't know what the NBA minimum now is, or the average is like $5 or $6 million, it's a little bit different for you. Not saying that you should be struggling with $5 million, but there still is a financial gap there and a difference in perspective on how you can approach a negotiation. Like if I'm the dude making $5 million, I'm like, get it done. Let's go back to work. If I'm LeBron and I'm making 30, I'm like, I'm cool. I can wait this thing out a little longer. So there's going to be that ultimate divide. And the same thing will happen in college basketball. You've got the guys who are like, well, whatever. Like, if you're Jahlil Okafor, you could probably go out there and sit down on the court and be like, whatever, I don't care. I'm being in the league next year anyway. This time next year, hopefully I'll be vying for a playoff spot somewhere. But then you got another kid that's saying, shoot, I need 2 or 3 more years of college. Or definitely the kid that's like, I need my education because I'm not going to nobody's league to play no more basketball after this. There's too many different factions of people, you dig?
Yeah.
To get everybody to agree on one thing. And Unfortunately, that's going to be in the NCAA's advantage in getting all this figured out. That, along with the Ovi Mahaleys of the world, and I'm only using Ovi as an example because he's the person I heard most recently talk about paying a girl soccer player. Good luck, female Pele. You get nothing. Take your scholarship and your meal voucher and your housing voucher and be happy. Do that. Woosah. Not a woosah.
Well, while we're talking college basketball, we were talking, and I meant to mention this a few minutes ago. We were talking about Ron Hunter and his money situation and whatnot. UAB's coach, after they pulled off that big upset in the opening round the second round as they call it, he got a nice little long-term deal at UAB. Mm-hmm. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm. That's happening. Yeah, so, the whole thing with Bobby Hurley, how a minute ago he was re-signing with Buffalo. Then all of a sudden Providence called and was like, hold on, they're in the Big East.
Right.
Buffalo, you hold on. Let me hear what Providence has to say now. Yeah, that's what all this stuff is about for these small school coaches. That's why I laugh and I just kind of shudder when I hear Ron Hunter be like, nah, I'm cool. I might just be cool here at Georgia State. You're not. Everyone knows it. You're not. As soon as somebody comes with $100,000 more, you packing up the U-Haul immediately and you're out of here. You know what I mean? Whatever. And again, I understand he got to sell it because they're still recruiting and nothing's confirmed yet. So the last thing he needs is for people to think he's leaving and no recruits come and then he stays and then he's stuck at the bottom of what are they in, dog? The Sun Belt Conference or something?
Sun Belt. Yeah.
Sun Belt.
But yesterday, I was reading a story about him in the AJC. I mean, there's a good chance that that his son might take his talent to the NBA because they're projecting him as like one of the top 3 pure shooters in the draft this year if he was to come out.
Oh, good for you, RJ.
So it's a chance that he might not have to make Ron, the dad that is, had to make the decision of sticking around for his son or packing it up. So
yeah, here's an idea, Ron. Strike while the iron's hot. Who gives a damn what RJ does? If somebody's offering the money, there's a chance it won't be there next year. So go get it today. Let RJ fend for his damn self. He's an adult now. And you've done all the crying you can do about. Like, have you still not seen that press conference? Oh
no, I just didn't even want to see it.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was like Ron Jeezy putting on for the city. Cause yes, he was. Yes, he was. Woo! He let it ride too, dog. The real cry too, like the ugly face one. Yeah, that
the ugly face.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
You gonna make me watch it today.
Oh, he gave it up. Good for him. He let them white folks have it. Like, this is what I'm all about. Hire me.
Because I love basketball.
Yeah, I'm just fooling, man. I'm playing. Ron Hunter's a good dude, man. He, for what I know, he's a good dude, man. He seems to be a very genuine cat. When the couple times we talked to him. Tonight in land of the NBA, Rob mentioned it earlier already that that kid's last name is Payton. The kid with the wild hair. That's his name. Something Payton, right?
The place for Orlando?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's how stuff happens. It's like stuff just jumps in my head like a day after I'm trying to think about it. I was trying to think of this kid's name yesterday. And just today, the name just flies into my head as I'm about to talk about you said something. Oh, you said the Hawks are playing the Magic. That's what you said. Other thing that's happening today, Dwight Howard's coming back. And yeah. Speaking of having old audio, you don't need to know this one. I'll just repeat what I said. At some point, these dudes, and I even gave a comparison, just like Josh Smith, dudes just realize who they are. You just are who you are. Yeah. Big D Howard, super, quote unquote, Superman, tells James Harden, I'll take the back seat, James. Meanwhile, James is like, you didn't tell me that.
You didn't know?
Yeah, I already knew.
Back there.
Right. What you talking about?
I ain't asked you to ride shotgun.
Right, dude. Yeah, get back to him in that booster seat, because yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I got my pit bull riding shotgun. You in the back seat anyway, bro.
But you see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like at a certain point, these dudes realize what it is. Like we've And I asked you the question yesterday, and you answered it. We've kind of put Dwight